Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading of today, a Sunday here at Mad World Tarot. And appropriately for a Sunday, we are dealing with the topic of forgiveness. And this is because there is an article, I think it came from the Daily Mail sources, and there's always these nameless, anonymous sources tell us that King Charles is open to a truce with Prince Harry, and that he has received advice from spiritual leaders that has led him to contemplate repairing his relationship with Harry. And it says that he has received spiritual nourishment from his discussions with these various spiritual leaders, and especially their discussions on the nature of forgiveness. And this source goes on to say that the king still loves Harry and wants him back for personal reasons, regardless that Harry and Meghan do not want to return to royal life. I think that's an important bit of a sentence there that has been inserted into the story, just to remind us that they are not welcome back. And I've just read on whether they would ever be welcome back, and got a hearty no from the tarot. But anyway, I'm going to look at this story now. I'm not going to look at who's spreading this story. I'm not going to look at the king and his spiritual state, because I believe of all the royal family, the king is the one most in touch with matters spiritual. I think he spent a large section of his life questioning the meaning of life and investigating various religions and spiritual practices. I'm sure he is very well acquainted with the nature of forgiveness and doesn't need guidance from spiritual leaders right now about it. So never mind all of that. Basically, I'm using this as a springboard to look at the relationship between the king and his son. Again, I've looked at it many times, but I want to look at it now, and I want to see where they both stand in this context. And the context being that we're getting a lot of noise from California, in my opinion, that Harry wants to go home. So Knights Templar Tarot on the tarot table for this one. I feel it's an appropriate tarot deck when we're discussing things like truces and spiritual matters and forgiveness and all of that. For me, just as an aside while I shuffle, who has also pondered the nature of forgiveness a lot, for me it came down to not wanting not needing justice in a situation. That for me was a very useful description of what forgiveness means for the person doing the forgiving, not the person seeking forgiveness, the person doing forgiving. Let's go of the need for justice. And that was very helpful to me. It was a very helpful insight. It doesn't mean you have to trust the person again or welcome them into your life in the same way that they were in your life before, but you let go of something. So anyway, that's an aside. That's not what we're reading on. We're doing a relationship spread between the king and his son, his younger son, there has been, and see what the state of the relationship is right now. All these things move, and it's the same with life. I'm sure you in your more difficult relationships have good days and bad days, and days when you don't want to talk to them again, and then days when you feel that you should, and it's that kind of a situation. That's how it feels to me. It's one of those volatile scenarios where it's very difficult to know how to respond, and you really have to control your own responses to the situation so you don't get caught up in an eternal drama and they can't press your buttons and trigger you and all that kind of stuff. It's life lessons. That's why we're here, to learn that kind of mastery and that kind of control, and so that you aren't blown around in the storms that people create around you. In my opinion anyway, and this is all my opinion. It's tarot and it's for fun and entertainment. My opinion, speculation. I am, of course, just reading energy here, and there is a disclaimer in the box below. And it's an interesting card that has shown up as the underlying energy. It's the Four of Wands. It's the card, literally, of home. And there is a sense that Harry wants to go home. I think he realizes that the doors are closed to him, however much he might want this. But it is the royal family as well, the Four of Wands, the home, the family, the ultimate archetypal family. And I often say the energy I read here is archetypal, and it is, because I'm dealing with these large themes as represented by this archetypal family. And there they are. They have shown up. The Four of Wands, it's the home to me in the sense of the prodigal son and the return to that Four of Wands and the celebration and the party and you're welcome back and it's great to see you and I don't mind what you did and how you left and why you left and what you did while you were away. I'm just so glad to see you again at a personal level. And whether it's going to translate into anything less more public, I doubt. But there it is. That's the personal welcome home. There's always a place at the table for you, provided you don't go and have an interview afterwards with ABC, as you did last time we spoke. That's just me and my bit of snark. So let's look at the past. We have the King, and he's in Ten of Pentacles energy, and Harry, who is in Seven of Swords energy. Interesting. Ten of Pentacles, let's show you, is the royal family. The one who has reached this pinnacle of his life. 10 is pinnacle energy, completion energy. He's achieved the highest status in the royal family with that 10 of Pentacles. It's his line that is carrying forward. He has all the money, the status, the power. He's made it. He's made it to that high place. And Harry has got the Seven of Swords, which showed up in our previous reading about the Parkles considering going home. And the Seven of Swords showed up. It's the card of ghosting, disappearing. You could say it's a card of dishonor. I'm going to use quite strong language talking about it generally. It can be a card of treachery and deceit and betrayal and disappearing and cowardice. It has a very negative connotation. So I've put a long list of words out there. You can pick and choose which word resonates for you. I have given you a vast array of words that this card could possibly represent at an energetic level. So very interesting how they sit side by side, and the King represents everything that is to do with stability and honor and commitment, and I'm here for the duration. This is what I'm here for, and this one I'm out of here. I'm off for less than stellar reasons. Let's look at now. Where are they now? We're going to look at the King first. In the sense of a relationship, I've got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse and the Judgment card. Whew. Wow. Okay. The horrible Judgment card. Knights Templar Tarot, you know what happened to them on a Friday the 13th, but we don't need to bang on about that. Seven of Pentacles is harvest. Reaping what you sow. Stock taking, thinking. Two very powerful thinking cards, because the Judgment card is a huge thinking card. You're looking at things and you are assessing them. Was I right? Was I wrong? Did I make the right decision? And most powerfully of all, the Judgment card is about forgiveness. It is the forgiveness card. So this is true at some sense. I don't know who the source is. I don't know why this message is going out. It's probably being sent straight to the has-been. That, by the way, there is a place at my table for you. I do forgive you and your sins. Seven of Swords. But you are not going to return to royal life. You and Meghan don't want to return to royal life. So I think we got the answer of where this is coming from and why this is coming now at this time in the King's life. But it's interesting, it's sitting with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. He is in his 70s and it's in reverse. There might be, and I've tread delicately here, there might be some sort of time limitation in there. Reading between the lines, I'm sure you know what I mean. But it's also, I wasted my time. I wasted my time with things. And one of those things might have been Harry. I didn't, somehow it's disappointing that what I invested in this boy of 40 didn't pay off, didn't bring the results that I hoped it would. Because the Seven of Pentacles is all about effort that you've put in and your expectations, and then what do you get for what you've done, and it's in reverse. He's having a big think about this. He's very disappointed, very. And the Judgment card is very final. It's got forgiveness built into it, but it's also got someone needs to wake up. Someone needs to see what's going on, and this is a last call. It's a very last call. I'm getting a really nasty feeling as I'm saying this, very uncomfortable energy that I'm in. It reminds me of a reading I did a few days ago on Prince William, and I got the Star card, and it was about his coronation. And I got the Star card, and then we heard the next day that there would only be one time more that Prince William would see Harry, and it was not at his coronation. And that Star card then sort of leapt back into my consciousness, and I can't shake it out of my mind at the moment. So it's sitting here as well. Let's look at Harry. Where is Harry right now? We got the Queen of Cups in reverse, Mummy Diana. And the Nine of Pentacles, which is independence. It tells me quite a weird story. I think he'd like to break free of this very powerful female energy that's in this Queen of Cups, the Mummy Diana, the connection to Mummy Diana. He wants to liberate himself from it. Nine of Pentacles is a card of liberation, breaking free from something, going your own way, being independent, being financially independent, able to provide for yourself, able to live well. But there is some hook in him that he can't let go of with that Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups in reverse, the mother that's not around, but also an emotionally manipulative woman who is around. So there is that. There is some sense that also he has got issues with Queen Camilla, who is another Queen of Cups, who's in reverse, feels very aggrieved about her and her role in the king's life, that she's some kind of block to him going back. He wants to be free. But he's got these issues with these women. And they're all Queens of Cups. Even the Queen of Wands, who masquerades as a Queen of Cups, in my opinion. He's got issues with them that don't allow him to be an independent agent. He can't think for himself. He can't act for himself because of this connection. But it also blocks his way back to the king. This, you betrayed Mummy Diana with that other Queen of Cups. Both Cancerian women, very interestingly. So let's see what's lying between them. Energy between them. It's a big moment in their lives, very huge archetypal moment. And we got the Queen of Swords in reverse and the Nine of Cups in reverse. The Queen of Swords in reverse, late Queen's energy to some extent. I don't think it's particularly powerful. And there's the Nine of Cups, is the wish fulfillment card. It's in reverse. So neither getting what they want. I think that the first level of message or energy in this pairing of cards is that the Queen would have wanted this to happen. This was the late Queen's wish. It might even have been a kind of a deathbed wish, a letter left for King Charles. We've heard about a letter that she left him. It might have been that kind of thing. Make your peace with Harry. You have to. We have to get past this moment. But it's in reverse. So I think that this message is sitting between them, this knowledge that this is what she would have wanted. is sitting between them, but it's unresolved. It's not happening. And there's a certain intransigence in that Queen of Swords in reverse. And this Queen of Swords, sorry, that's my cheat sheet that's fallen on the floor. The Queen of Swords in reverse is showing up a lot in the last couple of days. And the other person who's now manifesting that energy is Megan. She's kind of embodying Queen of Swords energy. Very strategic, calculating, in my opinion, quite vindictive, cold, kind of a malevolent energy that's hovering here and blocking this emotional connection, this Nine of Cups. Cups, of course, emotions. Nine of Cups are very emotional fulfillment. What you want, what you're hoping for actually coming true. So that's my opinion, of course, just reading cards, tarot cards. And what's going to happen? Are we heading towards a truce, a forgiveness? That's the King's energy, Ten of Cups. Harry's energy. Oh, it looks like we are. It looks like this might actually happen. And it looks like it might happen because of the circumstances the King is in. If that blockage can be removed, then this reconciliation happens. The Lovers is absolute reconciliation. A reunion of... it doesn't have to be people who are in a love relationship, a romantic relationship. It can be anything. And then the Ten of Cups is the fulfillment, the completion energy, that there is... the family is complete again. It's resolved. He's back in the fold. Four of Wands. Here is our underlying energy. There's the reconciliation. There's... are we going to go through some kind of... I'm not going to say a religious conversion. We're not on the road to Damascus. But it could be through religious ceremonies. And we have a couple in our future. Hopefully in the distant future, but we have a funeral and we have a coronation heading our way at some stage. I'm sorry I can't say that more delicately, but this energy is reflecting that. And hopefully this reconciliation, this completion energy comes to pass before. And it's interesting, we've got that cross there, St. George, there it is, that flag, and it looks like a kind of a commitment, dedication, a promise, a vow, kind of a thing going on here. I think I'll leave it there. I think you can interpret the cards yourself. They're telling a big story today on this Sunday. And thank you for watching, and I will see you again soon.